guys, Hunter Goad here. I'm with Brandon Gray. We have worked together for about a year now with Brooks High School football team, and what we're going to do is do some episodes, and Brandon, I'm going to let you have it from here.
Sure. So appreciate the opportunity to be on your channel.
Sure.
As Hunter mentioned, we've been working for the past year with one of the local football programs. I've been honored to work with entrepreneurs, corporations, football programs from all across the country. I've got to speak to nationally ranked Division I college football teams, and we're going to take the lessons that we've learned in helping entrepreneurs and football teams and athletes win, and we're going to go over them with anglers. So we're excited about the opportunity. You can learn more about me at brandongrayspeaking.com or follow me on Twitter at Brandon_M_Gray, and we're excited and looking forward to it.
Thanks, guys. What's up, guys? Hunter Goad here. I'm with Brandon Gray today. We're going to talk about winning.
So when it comes to winning, I help entrepreneurs, athletes, teams, and anglers win. And winning's something we all want to do. You know, whether that's in our careers, whether that's in the sports teams that we follow, whether it's the hobbies we enjoy. If you're a professional angler, obviously your paycheck depends upon winning. And so when we're working with these types of people and with organizations, there's a key to winning that all of them have in common. And many times it's the key that we overlook. So we go out and we'll read every article we can read. Right now, it's early spring, reading up on the pre-spawn. We try to we get on every blog we can get on. We buy every piece of equipment that we can buy, whether that's rods, reels, tackle, down scan, side scan, GPS, maps, every piece of equipment that's out there, we try to get it to give ourselves an advantage. And really the secret to winning isn't found in any of that. Most people think, especially with fishing, the secret to winning actually comes during the cast, and that's not it at all. The secret to winning comes between casts. And so what I want to go through today is taking what we go through with entrepreneurs, what we go through with athletes and Division I football teams, and apply it to fishing. So it all starts with three letters. If you want to win, W-I-N, it starts with CCR. Circumstance, choice, and response. And as I say, the second C is up to me. Let me explain it this way. A few years ago, my little girl Madeline was about 3 years old, and we're going to go see Santa Claus. And so I talk it up. I'm excited about it. It's Sunday after church. We go out to eat, and now it's time to go see Santa Claus. And I'm talking, you know, we get to see the sleigh. We're going to see reindeer. There's going to be elves there. I mean, I got this 3-year-old just amped to go see Santa Claus.
Right.
So we get there, and we're at the mall, and Santa Claus is set up down by Sears. And, you know, all malls are the same, right? Sears is at one end of the mall. And he's set up down at Sears, and the line to see Santa is at the other end of the mall. And I immediately am unhappy. You know, I can't even see Santa from where we're waiting in line, and it just moves, and it's going to take an eternity. And I'm thinking, you know, busted all week working, got one afternoon, I'm going to spend it all day standing in line. I can't stand to sit and stand in line. And so, and I got my 3-year-old with me, and you know, my wife keeps giving me the look when I start rolling my eyes, and she's all excited and full of sugar and ready to see Santa. And so I endure this line, and we're just about up to see Santa, and I look up, and I finally pay attention to my surroundings, quit feeling sorry for myself, and I realize there's a family in front of us, and they have 3 children, and they all look to be perhaps under the age of 12. And I noticed there's one thing in particular about the little girl. She looked to maybe be 5 or 6 years old, and the little girl did not have a hair on her head, and was obviously battling some form of childhood cancer. But here's what was special about it. She didn't have a hair on her head. They had waited in the same line I had, and they were smiling, and they were laughing, and they were glad to be there. And everything changed. I realized at that moment in time that, sure, I had to wait in line to see Santa. Sure, I was unhappy about it. But my little girl was healthy. And I wasn't going through the battles and the torture and the treatment and the pain that family was, not knowing if that little girl was going to get to see another Christmas. So what changed? What changed? The circumstance was the same. We both were standing in line to see Santa Claus. My choice changed my response. I went from being all upset and frustrated and mad at the world to now I'm happy. I'm glad to be there. Circumstance, choice, and response. CCR, the second C is up to me. That's the key to winning whenever it comes to life, when it comes to athletics, when it comes to your job. That's the key whenever it comes to winning as an angler. Like I said, it's not during the cast, it's between the casts. So let's apply it to fishing. So we're out and say we're fishing one of these ledges. We throw out a crankbait, nothing happens. We throw it again, nothing happens. We throw it again, about the third cast, Big Mama hits it. And we know the feeling, that rod loads up, we start reeling. We bring it in Big Mama, fishing in that tournament. We're all excited, we're gonna land a 6-pounder. Big Mama gets up to the boat, and what happens? Jumps up out of the water, smiles at you, spits out the crank. And what do? You start kicking, you start to throw the rod down, you start cussing, you start yelling, this is terrible, this always happens to me, I never catch any fish, why'd I enter this stupid tournament, why'd I waste all my money? And you just get built up into this rage. Circumstance, choice, and response. Why? See, you're talking to yourself while all this is going on. And you're telling yourself, I can't fish, you're telling yourself this always happens to me, you're telling yourself a lot of bad thoughts. And that starts to dictate your attitude, and it changes your performance for the rest of the day. And so, circumstance, choice, and response. The circumstance is I lost the fish, all right? I get to make a choice about how I'm going to respond to that. Winners make the choice that they're going to respond to it in a positive manner and learn from it and use it as fuel. Hey, I'm on a school. Throw the crankbait back out there again. See what happens. Don't get frustrated. When you get frustrated, you don't think clearly. You lose focus. Keep fishing. Keep casting. You see, you're winning in between casts. And that's what sets people apart. And so, hold it together. Put it behind you. Choose your response. CCR, circumstance, choice, and response. The second C is up to me. And that's the key to winning.